guys. Hey, how's it going, Leo? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing your reading for the full moon happening in Gemini. So let's see what the vibe is bringing for this moon. Some folks say that it's the last moon of the year. Depends on where you start and begin your year. A lot of people do it differently in different places of the world. And there are 13 moons. So that is definitely an important factor. All right. We have, the King of Cups. So our concern is centered with an individual or with aspects of yourself that are very watery in nature, that are very much to do with your emotional well-being, your intuition, and your ability to sort of rule over those things, to conquer them. And it's pretty powerful. So this could be an individual as well that is a water sign. So they could be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. But either way, this type of individual sort of carries the mood for everyone. I love that. I'm feeling a little bit of I feel like they could be a Scorpio. I feel like a little sting there for a second. Crossing that, so what's working for you or what's challenging you, okay? So good or bad, what's challenging you is work, networking, getting things done, developing the skills that you require to sort of put your projects in motion, or to sort of solidify the foundation of your career, solidify the foundation of your health and well-being. And this is very much centered in connecting with others to strengthen your capacity to build on that level, those levels that I just mentioned. All right, I'm loving this. Oh, I forgot to put your sign. Oops. There you go. Ooh, we got some flyers. Hey. All right, Devil. So, okay. How are we going to do this, guys? The Devil and the Six of Cups reversed. All right. So I feel like that could be the stinger right there. You're kind of like missing. This is kind of heavy. It's like you're really sort of missing the good old days and overlooking that. You could be, the universe is letting you know that you might be overindulging on some level. You might be too focused on work, or having like a pleasure before business type of attitude. So there's some type of loss, something that coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't happen for you in the past recently. I don't think it's like I don't know if it's like really a huge deal. It just could be like you're lonely, or you're struggling to It's like you missed the mark on some level, and now you're missing out. Because it's like you might have listened to the bad voice versus the good voice. You were misled, perhaps. Or you followed your dopamine effect a little bit. It's like kicks became more important than something else that was meaningful. Okay. All right, but in the near future, we have some transformative activities happening within your mind. You're gonna see the light. It may be a little bit like euphoric for you, a little rainbows and skittles, but it's sparkly a little bit, but it's cute. It's super cute. And that could be like a young person actually that's really kind of your focus, even though you might be a little bit all over the place. We got the tripping squirrel on the base of the deck. And, struggling with work also might be a thing, or just staying focused on your tasks. Okay. We got the Guru, which is the Hierophant. It's reversed. Yeah, again, we're coming back to this like devilish energy that the universe is pointing out, and it sounds like it's your attitude. You're a little bit too focused on maybe following the rules, or like just being a stickler with, or maybe you're not paying enough attention to agreements that you've made with people, or whatever your contract states, if you've signed a contract. Also, like, religious dogma is very much relevant to the bishop or the Hierophant. That could be something that you are resisting on some level, or I would say it's actually the opposite, because I mean, religious dogma is really like just rules that people tell you, right? But they really impact how you see the world, how you interact, and how you connect with others as well. And it sounds like maybe your attitude is kind of toxic a little bit with regards to how that all comes together for you. So, can you mix church and state matters? Should you? Would you? Do you? I don't know. What's your deal? What's your story? Very Taurian energy. So domestic, it deals with like domesticity, marriage as well. So are you picking the wrong one? Or did you end up getting left behind? Or I don't know. Like, were you not picked when you wanted to be? Do you need to formalize a divorce? These are all valid questions. Do you believe in actual divorce, or do you believe you should stay in a rotten marriage? Like, what is your story? That's my question. I'm sorry if I sound like a bitch right now. Also not sorry. Queen of Swords. Reversed. So the way that other people see you is that you might be a little bit on the manipulative side, or you may be struggling with your mental health. It also could be that like they're just not seeing you as smart when you are. It also could be like you're struggling to change. You're being challenged to change, and you're being challenged with a very difficult form of change within your environment. And if that's the people that you're surrounded by, or if there's like one particular individual that has like sort of that reversed air quality where they're just like nothing but harsh truths, or nothing but lies, or nothing but like psychological manipulation, making you feel bad, or is that what you're doing to other people? That's my question as well. How are you mirroring that type of energy? Because you've been privy to it for such an extended period of time in your life. So what are you going to do about that? What do we kind of need to like come to terms with in terms of our health, hopes, and fears? So it's kind of like just massive energy output. Like, how are you going to line up all of your ideas, all of your goals, all of your all of the steps that you need to take towards achieving those? How are you going to like just pew, 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 motherfucker? Right? How's that going to work for you? And is that what you hope for? Or like, are you afraid of success? Do you fear success? Or do you have like a fear of failure? Do you self-sabotage? Or do you kind of overdo it and then miss out on the journey? Okay. All right. So mental entrapment is a little bit of the name of your game right now. There is a way out. You just need to open up your eyes to it. You just kind of need to see the light. See that you're actually not trapped in anything. You just kind of need to learn how to communicate. Use your words, or start connecting with your ability to transform. Start waking up and stop seeing that you are at a loss. Now, yeah, if that's not really what's going on, this is just like connecting with the vibe of this like young, bright future, super like, what's the word? Like just when you think about a new mind, just having all of the potential in the world to learn and grow. Like, how are you connecting with that aspect of yourself? Or who is this fabulous young person in your life that you know and love, who has taught you so much in your life? Who is that for you? Who's taught you the most in your life? And how are you connecting or disconnected from that? How are you shutting yourself out from that experience of being, I don't know, like just being so carefree and wanting to experience the world and absorb all of the knowledge that you possibly can. Okay, King of Swords reversed. All right, so we have this like a lot of reverse swords energy here, but what is saving grace here, I would say, is this upright sword, this sort of novice energy. Like, how are you going to unlearn this shit? Unlearn this psychologically toxic influence that has got you breaking agreements or like just not having good agreements with yourself, and then it's impacting your surroundings. Okay, because we got this good energy here that you hope for, like you hope to really just achieve these goals. So how are you going to overcome these negative aspects of the way that you nurture and transform your mind, right? Or who are these people in your life that are messing with you on that level, on those levels? So really, this is just about unlearning and relearning. There's things you're going to have to let go of in order to change. And I would have to say that it all starts with like getting in touch with your emotions. And I think you really will be successful. It may be bittersweet on some level. Or you may feel very bitter through the process. You could be all cried out. You could just be really feeling anxious about it. You could be having nightmares or your dreams. Lots of conflict that you're dealing with. And that's okay. You're going to get through it. 100%. I feel like this Page of Swords really speaks to the fact that you're going to get through this. It's like, it's just like what we have to learn in order to become adults, right? All the struggle that we go through. Literally, the struggle. The struggle is real. But you have a lot of You have a lot of power because you're kind of up against right now, like the challenge right now is kind of a paradigm shift within you, right? You might actually be resisting your own need for change. I feel like that's exactly what this reading is saying. You're resisting your own need for change. And I don't know, like, how long can you really get away with that? After a while, you either start looking ignorant or basic or, it's just like same old, same old. And Leo, like, I feel like you're too fabulous for that. All Leos are pretty fabulous on some level, and you know that you are. Because you're the more hardy of the fire signs, okay? So, figure it out. And let go of these negative influences in your life and start focusing on the positive influences in your life. On big picture thinking, how much there is to know and learn, and how to get focused. Focusing on those things. Don't be all over the place with it. It's not going to work for you. And also, not shutting yourself. You're going to lose opportunities if you stay like, I don't know, or just start thinking too much and just stay closed off because you're like overanalyzing the shit, right? It's pretty straightforward. In order to be recognized, you need to recognize yourself and recognize the change that you need to bring about within yourself, because if you don't, you're not going to get the recognition that you seek in life or that you actually deserve. Because we all deserve to be recognized for what we're capable of. So it's all a matter of tuning in to do what it is that you're capable of. So you got to get to work, and you got to stop being so impatient. You got to repurpose some things. You may feel like you're at a loss on some level, or you could be bored, not wanting to deal with boring things. You could also just be like picking your fruit before it's ripe. So it's like you're consuming things that are not actually providing you with the full amount of nutrients that is required, that you could potentially be maxing out on, right? So don't be cheap with yourself and give yourself a break. Give yourself a Kit Kat. Give yourself a break. Yeah. Your intentions are not clear. You need to get clear on your intentions. What do you want? What do you want, really, at the end of the day? What's the goal? Because whatever is going on right now, it's not sustainable. And I would say you're just not being honest with yourself. And maybe you don't want to be, and that's okay. So how long you want to put up with this? Jeez, this is like turning into such a Debbie Downer reading. We gotta turn this up. Like, what can we do to remedy? All right, we need to like get in touch with our fiery spirit. Maybe it's like bow chicka wow wow time. Go have fun. Go seek pleasure in life. Connect with a cause that is meaningful for you, and put your energy into it. Like, maybe you want to, because this is the quintessential knight in shining armor. This is the glory of love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but that could be what we're talking about here. I would say that, this could be someone coming through for you that really makes you feel like you're being saved as well. Like you're a little bit of a damsel in distress, and someone's going to come through and make you feel like that you get swept off your feet, and it's going to save you for a minute. But just be very careful. Like, just be mindful. This person, this situation is not going to be the be all and end all of things. And just watch out, because there could be some betrayal, some heartache. That could be what what you find, like you may find yourself in a bit of a triangle. My advice would be to exercise your capacity for polyamory. Make a choice. Start focusing on something else, or just stay focused. All of these things are within your reach. You just have to focus on what it is that you want. And maybe not go back and forth too much, because it's not always sustainable. Wish fulfillment is on the way for you. That's all I have to say about those things. So please like, subscribe. Thank you so much for checking out this reading. I really appreciate it. And we will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.